stuffed with puppies. Bring it up, bring it up. We'll be nearly silly old man. Bring it up, bring it up. Bring it up, bring it up. Lovely little puppy all stuffed with puppies. Lovely little puppy all stuffed with puppies. Bring it up, bring it up. We'll be nearly silly old man.
If you want to learn how to make this costume, then just keep watching. So first things first, you're going to trace out a circle. We're just using a coffee cup mug on top, and trace out a perfect circle so that you can cut out the shape of your ears. From that, trace out two, because obviously you need 2 ears. You don't have to use the styrofoam paper. You could use cotton balls if you wanted to fill it up, but we just happen to have the styrofoam paper that we used to cut out the shape to outline for our felt later on. Who would have thunk it? Now it is time to cut out those circles that you traced over and just follow the line, and bada bing, bada boom, you're gonna have 2 outlines for your ears to cover up with felt. Now you're gonna grab your felt and fold it over so that both sides of the styrofoam are covered, and then you're gonna take out your scissors and just do a pretty rough outline of the shape that you have. It doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so that you can start perfecting it. Once you have cut out those rough outlines, now you're just gonna kind of fold over some of the felt so that way you can hot glue it to have that perfect round shape for you to work with later on. And it may take some time, just keep folding until you got just about what you're looking for in terms of the ear. Once you've glued over those ears, then you're going to start cutting out long strips for you to start wrapping around your headband that you have. And it doesn't have to be perfect, like I've said, kind of the theme of this video, because if you know me, you know I am not good at arts and crafts. Thank God for my mom here doing this all for me. But you're basically just going to cut out the strips so you can wrap around the headband now. So you should turn your hot glue gun on now so that way it starts to warm up while you prep your headband, and just make sure that you have enough fabric because hot glue dries pretty quickly, so you want to make sure that you're all set to go when you start gluing things on. Now you're going to work in super small sections because like I said, it dries so quickly. So you're just going to move at maybe an inch or 2 at a time and then grab that felt and just lay it on there in the position that you want to start wrapping it in. So when you are hot gluing it, if you come to a point where you're not like fully covering up the headband, that's when you can take other strips and just continue to glue around it. You don't worry, the edges are going to be glued in later on. So like I said, perfection is not the aim, just covering up the headband is. Remember how earlier in the video I said we were going to hot glue those suckers on? Well, now's your time to shine and just glue obviously the styrofoam and put the felt over it, and it's pretty simple, and that's when you'll start to be able to fine-tune your ears a bit more when you glue it, and then you'll cut around the edges. Now it is time for our friendly neighborhood sewing machine. So if you don't have one, that's completely fine. You could definitely use a sewing kit or just continue to fabric glue or hot glue those ears around. My mom wanted to hem it, so there we go. So she wanted to create this fold that you see here, and to do that she just hemmed it in the middle. So that's also why a sewing machine would be helpful if you wanted to create this kind of fold in the ear. But like I said, it's a quick DIY. You definitely do not have to do this step. Now that we have our ears made, we're just going to place them where we want to glue them, and you're just going to hot glue or fabric glue those onto your headband, and boom! Before you start in your shirt, you want to mark out where you want to have your letters start and where you want them to end. You're going to want to put something under your shirt so that you can paint on it. You're going to quickly find out I am not an artist. So I first traced it with a erasable pen. You can use a pencil or a regular pen or just freehand it if you're that good, but I am not, and you're going to see in the next clip when I'm painting that that really did help me out. Once you feel confident about that outline, then you can grab your paintbrush and paint and just trace over it. And it's a lot easier said than done to paint on a t-shirt, even with this thin underneath it. So definitely take your time if you want it to look super neat and perfect. Even with me taking my time, it did not come out perfect, but I'm totally okay with that. I think it came out good. I needed 2 coats, so just take that into account when you're thinking of time with this. That 2 coats is definitely needed for the letters to stand out and be bright and super yellow. So this is it with only 1 coat. If you had more than 1, it would obviously be brighter. And now you're done. Throw on a red pair of shoes, or really whatever pair of shoes, because at night it won't matter. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. It would mean the world to me. If you're not subscribed, press that red subscription button, and have a happy and safe Halloween. Thank you so much for watching.